better not put...
My pretty wife. You gonna tell a story?
Nope.
Just tell a story from when you were in the Philippines. Just any old story. It doesn't have to be your driving career. What's a good story?
I can't think of anything right now.
Oh, I'm sure I could think of something.
Oh yeah, like what?
I don't know. It's always good to have a good driving story. We should actually turn it so we are both in the film. Yeah, that's better. Right? Now we're both... Oh, calm down there, camera. Calm down. It's okay.
No signal, William.
So what should we talk about?
I don't know.
We're driving.
Yeah, my phone. You lost it, Will.
So we broke the sprayer.
You
Right.
broke the sprayer.
Actually, the sprayer broke itself.
Old age?
No. I think I might have banged into something. I don't know what. It was a weak spot.
Pants row.
No. It's on the frame of the sprayer.
Oh.
It's no big deal. It's just got to be repaired. And guess what? That part no longer available. Oh yeah, that's it. No longer available.
Beautiful.
There's some nice looking corn out here, by the way. Look at that. Look at that. It's not mine. It's not mine.
Just look at it.
No, it's not mine. It's just would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Oh, would you just look at that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's not my corn. We're just driving through the back roads of Pennsylvania on the way home from Richland, Pennsylvania. And I was trying to prompt my wife into telling a story about how she doesn't have a driver's license legally. Right? It's a good story, and I think she should tell it, but she's just being this, I'm shy. Right?
I'm not shy. It's not really a good...
Why? What do you think? Somebody's going to come and get you?
No. It's just, it's not like... I don't know what's the word to use.
You feel like you're breaking the law?
Well, I did break the law.
No, you didn't.
I did.
How did you break the law?
I paid somebody to get me a driver's license.
Okay, that was in what country, though?
Philippines.
Okay, so that's what sets the stage, right? That sets the stage. So, but you took driving courses, right?
Well, yeah, I did.
And you didn't kill anybody, right?
I didn't.
So you actually did drive before you...
I went to a driving school. It's
Okay.
called GM, a driving school. I actually took 2 lessons. I took a lesson in the morning and I took a lesson at night, because night driving is different than in the morning.
Absolutely.
Actually, I drive better than at night than in the morning, believe it or not, because I took that lesson,
Oh,
the night driving.
okay.
Yes, I get more focus on at night.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. It's the same instructor.
Yeah.
Then when I got my car, of course my car is automatic, and when you're driving for like a school, it has to be a manual, which is, I always kill my engine in a city driving because it's stupid clutch.
Right.
So I hated that shit.
So when you did actually get enough money together, you bought an automatic.
Yes.
It was a Chevrolet, right?
Chevrolet. It's like it's kind of like a bluish sky blue.
Yeah, I saw the car.
Very, very nice.
I saw the car.
You saw the picture of the car. So
No, I actually...
I'm not lying.
No,
It's
I
a
saw
nice
the car. Yeah, it was not when she owned it. When somebody else owned it, it was that's my car. You know, we drove past. That's my car. They keep the same license plate on the car. They just transfer the plate to the next owner, right? Am I correct? You don't change plates. You just get a new plate. You just get a different owner, and the whole plate stays with the car, right?
I don't remember.
I think that's how it goes. I'm pretty 99% sure. I think that's what Editha told me. That the car always has the same plate. It just changes owners.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's registration stickers that they put in. Big ones, about yay big. But so anyway, so you buy your car and you had no driver's license?
It was only student license is what I have. You can drive, but it's only a student when I bought my car.
Okay.
When it's finally a go time, that's when I got somebody to pay.
So
to
you
get me.
so you just paid somebody. How much?
Yeah,
how
there
much
is
did
a
it cost?
person. I'm not mentioning a name because it's not right to mention a name. And
He'll never see it.
I handed him 2,500 pesos, which is $50. $50. No, $25.
Yeah, 25. No.
50 bucks. $50, right?
2,500 is $50.
$50.
Yes.
So I handed him $50, and he told me all you gotta do is to go in there so you can take a picture, and you're good to go. So all right, so I took a picture, and
Was it at the DMV?
Yes, exactly in the DMV.
So she actually went to the
I have to go there.
Philippine DMV,
Yes.
and they did this for 2,500 pesos. No test required.
No test required. You have to know somebody though. You have to know
Oh yeah.
in person that would do it.
So it wasn't a fake license. It was just a license that you didn't have to. You never earned your license. You just paid for it. You earned it in a different way.
Yeah, I just don't want to deal to the actual thing. Same thing with
Sir, was it like that?
no.
It wasn't. Okay, so you knew somebody in the thing. So she got her driver's license. Okay, fast forward.
When I went to America, they acknowledged that Philippine driver's license because it's the same rules, but you have to know, you have to pass your computer exam first, but you don't have to do the actual exam, the actual
Driving test.
the actual driving test.
So you passed your exam in the United States.
I passed it on the second time. The first time I failed. He shut down the computer.
See, I wasn't with her at that time, so I don't know.
No.
But she did.
Actually, this is when my ex-husband came in a very good play in the role, because when I passed my computer exam, the woman in the DMV told me, okay, you're gonna have to go through the actual exam, the actual driving exam. And my ex-husband intervened and said, no ma'am, this is that, the state of New Jersey, it required blah blah blah, whatever. And he said, are you, oh yeah, I researched that. It was a little bit of a conversation between him and the DMV person, and he said eventually, okay, I guess you're right, all right, done.
That was it. So then you took the exam.
I took the computer exam.
Yeah, but you never actually did the road test. So
No road test.
So she's never had a road test, but to me,
So I don't know how to do parallel parking.
they don't teach you parallel parking.
Yeah, they do.
No, you would have to go to school to learn parallel parking. The test finds out if you can actually do a K-turn
Yeah, that one.
and parallel parking.
Right, that one.
She doesn't do K-turns very well. She does it like a Ku Klux Klan turn.
Shut up.
You know,
What the hell is a Ku Klux? What?
The Ku Klux Klan?
What is that?
It's KKK turn.
You know
It's
what?
like a triple K. The Ku Klux Klan. You don't know who the Ku Klux Klan was?
Triple K.
Triple K turn. Ku Klux Klan. Now, well, you have the triple K in the Philippines too, don't you? What is that?
KKK. That's like
It's different than our
Yes.
KKK, but
Yes.
it is a KK. There is a KKK in the Philippines. What does it stand for?
I think it's part of the history, which I hate the most.
Oh, I love it. I love this.
Kataas-taasang something kalipunan, some rather shit. Like, I don't know. You ask the people who knows history. I don't like history.
Well, I'll tell you what our Ku Klux Klan is. Ku Klux Klan is formed from the Democrat Party after the Civil War, probably during the Civil War as well, but I think it was after the Civil War, because they were in protest of freeing the slaves. And there was basically a club, and they're still in practice today in the South.
Really?
Yeah, not up here that I know of. But yeah, and they used to lynch black folks. They'd corner them, catch them, kill them, you know, that sort of thing.
Okay.
They were brutal, but I don't think that that's the same as what the Philippines was. The Philippines, was it, you don't know? You don't know what they did, the KKK in the Philippines?
I don't remember. It's part of history. It's the back of my tiny brain, whatever brain I got left.
Well,
That's fried.
Yeah, so can't cure ignorance with more ignorance, but a little education, and it's not hard. I think the big problem with people today is that they are so afraid of being wrong that they will defend their decisions to the death, you know, whether they're wrong or right, you know, and
Unlike someone I know.
I totally will admit when I'm wrong. You have to
I
prove.
didn't say you.
Oh, who are you talking about? You talking about my ex-wife?
Yeah, you said it.
Well, I'm allowed to say that. So, yes, my ex-wife, and I really shouldn't talk about her, but I'm going.
Edit demonetized.
No, I can talk about her. My ex-wife definitely would chop off her nose to spite her face. You know, if she said that the crayon was blue, but it was actually green, and I said no, the crayon is actually green, she would fight to the death that crayon was blue, because if it was green, she would be wrong, and she can't handle that. And there's a lot of people out there that are like that. They're just like, well, it has to be that way because that's what I believe. Well, facts outweigh beliefs 100%. And but whatever, that's enough of her. So, but Teresa, I can honestly tell you that taking the written test is actually more important than taking the on-road test. And Teresa's actually a pretty good driver. The problem with her, and the thing that drives me nuts the most, is this. She will drive down the road like this. Not as exaggerated as that.
I don't drive that way.
Yeah, she's one hand on the wheel and she'll swerve it. And that drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. And it's okay because we have chicken straps. Like
Shut
that.
up.
It's good. There's one on either side. She actually has one too for when she scares herself. Right? She doesn't scare herself.
I haven't killed yourself. I haven't killed you yet, so.
She hasn't killed me. Did you hear the yet part? You know,
Evidence.
I do love this woman with all my heart. I love this woman like I've never loved anybody in my life.
Oh, they'll say that when they're together. Everybody and their brothers will say the same thing with their partners when they're with that person.
I've been with you for a while now.
And then when they split, they'll be like, oh, that C-U-N-T or that B-I-T-C-H. She just want my money and all that happy stuff and all that crap. I guarantee you though, no, none of my exes
All my exes live in
will
Texas.
say anything bad to me because I've been good
No,
to them.
I don't think that I have nothing bad to say about you other than your driving is a little bit scary. Nothing bad. You don't steal money from me like some people that I've known. And
Why would I steal?
you don't.
We're married.
We're married, that's right. That is very true.
Why would I steal? If I
I
need
just-
something, I just tell you.
I'll just take it,
Or,
bitch.
you know what? Hey, maybe I think it's time for my new Louis Vuitton.
Louis
I
Vuitton.
think I like the new one called Imperiente.
I thought she wanted a new John Deere tractor.
That one. No. I think I have enough bags. I don't need any more bags.
Bag.
Jesus Christ.
So anyway, yeah, no. It's all good, right? It's all good?
It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Would be nice if we can travel again. I'm just traveling.
Well, we are traveling.
To the
We're
Philippines,
gonna
like,
go pick up the motorhome now.
I kind of miss to go get my massage and pampering.
I would love to go to the Philippines.
Me too.
I had actually, you know, quite honestly, I would love, and nobody seems to want to bite on this whenever I offer it.
What?
I would love to take tours to the Philippines. Remember, we were really seriously considering doing 2 tours in the winter.
Absolutely. We
You know,
were serious
We
about
were
it.
serious about it. We
But
could-
nobody, you know.
well, we didn't really try very hard, but you
maybe
know,
they're scared.
I think people are scared. I think they're scared of the plane flight, which it's all part of the adventure. Yeah, it's 16 hours, 18 hours, depending on which airplane you get on. But I would love to take tours to the Philippines. Not big tours, you know, like 2 couples, us and 2 other couples.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
easy enough to keep a whole track of.
Right.
Okay, now this is what you call a mentally retarded jackass in a Tesla. What are you, dumb?
It's older woman. Give her a break.
Older women. Yeah. Now, I think it would be fun to do. And I think it would be a lot of fun. It would be an education for people that have never seen a third world country. I know it was an education for me the first time I went there. It was definitely a eye-opener.
Eye opener.
was an eye-opener.
Yes.
You know, you see things that you wouldn't normally see in
Right.
in the United States at all. And you know, it's like, what did I just witness? You know, did I just see a woman hold a cup under a little girl so she could pee in it and then throw it into the bushes because it's against the law to pee directly on the street? Yeah, I saw that. You know, you see poverty, but you also see happy people. No matter how poor they are, they seem to be happy. You know, I mean, there's destitute there, obviously. You know, there's situations that are not ideal for anyone.
Well, why do you think a lot of Filipinos are wanting to get out of that country because of that situation?
You know, right.
So they do whatever they can do
To get out.
to get out. Either they sacrifice whatever. Someone in that family member will get out of that country so they can provide.
Well, you got out.
I got out. I was in Japan for a while. Now I'm in America, and yeah,
Yeah, she got out.
I got out.
There was sacrifice to get
Right.
out.
First time in Japan, I was scared shit too. Like, what the hell am I gonna do here? What will happen to me here? Same thing, but
Right. When I went to the Philippines for the first time and I landed,
yeah.
you know what went through my wooden head?
What?
We're not in Toto. We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. That is exactly what I said. I think it was, Toto, we ain't in Kansas no more. I was the tallest thing in that airport, and everybody around me was 4 feet tall, in my opinion. They were very short, and there was not another white person anywhere. It's a lot more comfortable traveling with her. But I could go to the Philippines now without any issues. I kind of know the ropes now, you know. You land,
Yep.
you go out through the doors, they got a letter there. I don't know, what do they use the letters for? It's for your name, I think, right?
Yes.
So they got A, B, C, D, all A through Z, and you're supposed to stand next to the letter where at the beginning of your last name. And that's where they will have you stand if you are waiting for somebody. Because everybody in the Philippines knows that you stand by your name, the letter of the first name. If you're not waiting for someone, you can hail a cab. You go down the ramp to the right, and then there along the edge, you can hail a cab, which will take you into, well, pretty much wherever you want to go for money. Definitely words of the wise is
Be careful.
be careful, because kind of have an understanding of where you're going before you get into a cab. Like if you say, I want to go to Makati, right?
Right.
Or I want to go to the port. I want to go down to Corregidor. I got an appointment to go to Corregidor Island this afternoon when I land at there. I need you to take me to the port that leaves, whatever the name of that port is, that goes to Corregidor Island. I know it's 5 minutes away from here, or 10 minutes away from here. If you get into a cab and they don't turn on the meter, you ask the cab driver to stop and let you out, because they're ripping you off. The meter runs. When you get in, they start the meter when they start to go, and that's it. And a lot of the guys over there, you can get an Uber easier. Ubers are, you prepay, so they can't really screw with you. And they do have Uber there and Lyft. But yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do there. But
They never used to have Uber there.
there's Uber there now.
Really?
Uber and Lyft. Yeah, there's a Grab Cab. Grab, I guess they call them Grab.
Oh.
There's another one. Uber's there, but they have what they call Grab. But yeah, I think that it would be a big eye opener for people that really don't have an understanding how the majority of the world lives. Here in the United States, we are
Spoiled.
Yeah,
You guys are spoiled.
yes, we are spoiled.
You're spoiled.
I would agree with that.
Yes.
When you go to a country outside of, say, European Union, England, European Union, the United States, and if you travel to, say, even Taiwan is very different. But the Philippines, a third world country, the majority of the world is underdeveloped countries. Never trust anyone when you're there. Just be aware of everything that there is there and absorb it and take it in, because it's definitely a life experience that you will never forget, and you can learn from it. You know, there's a lot of things I learned. Even going to Japan. When I went to Japan, I had a little different attitude going in. I had a big difference in attitude going out than I did going in. Going in, all I wanted to do was see where we dropped the nuclear bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Okay, that was it. It's like, I want to see where we nuked these bastards. But you know, when you land in Japan, and they're very friendly people. Whether they're courteous, very friendly, courteous, whatever you want to say, that's what they are. When I went to Japan, the most impressive thing for me when I was at Hiroshima wasn't that we blew them to bits. It was the way that it was presented and how they turned such a horrific, terrible event into a positive learning experience. You know, this place stands for all. May this place stand for all eternity to remind the world of the tragedy known as the first bomb, the first nuclear detonation unleashed on the world. You know, and it wasn't, oh, the damned Americans, they blew us up at all. And you would even think, being an American in Japan, which honestly, not a lot of people go touring through Japan. They'll go to Tokyo, they'll land in Hiroshima, they'll land in that area, they'll go to those cities and they're there. But when you leave those areas and go into the province, I had such a wonderful time. When we went into that grocery store looking for umeboshi.
Yeah, I'm glad you remember.
Umeboshi,
yeah.
Umeboshi,
they're so good.
These little vinegar freaking.
Oh my God.
They're little. They look like cherries or some sort, but they're crispy and they crunch, and they got more vinegar flavor into them than you could ever imagine.
I was pregnant at that time, remember?
Yeah, she was. She was pregnant for William.
I was craving for that sour and salty.
But these old women that worked in the small little grocery store in the middle of no place, Japan. Japan has a lot of desolate areas. Japan is really cool because you can go into a city and it's a metropolis. Jam-packed with people of all nationalities, really.
Yes.
But when you go out into the provincial areas, they don't see white people.
No.
They don't see white people. She speaks Japanese, so life was a lot easier for us because she does. Huh?
Just a little bit.
Oh, she's so full of shit. I'm going to tell you a quick story about Teresa. When we landed in Japan, I'm like, are you going to be able to speak this language? No, I'm not. I don't think I can. I forgot. I forget how to speak Japanese. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
I left Japan 2000.
Just let me tell the story, and then you can argue with me. So we go to we land in Japan, and there's this little Japanese girl, cute little Japanese girl, and she's like, she's trying her hardest to speak English to me, because you don't go up as a couple. It's a single thing, to stamp your passport. How long are you going to be here? I'm like, we're going to be here for 7 days, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so we do, and she doesn't speak any Japanese to this woman. I was like, damn, I was hoping she would just try. Anyways, we go to the car rental place. Car rental. Was it Enterprise? Enterprise car rental in Tokyo, Japan, and we realized that we did not. You have to order a GPS.
Was it Enterprise or was it a different one?
No, it was Enterprise. I know it was Enterprise. You have to order your GPS a week ahead of schedule, or you don't get one. And your GPS that you bring along with you, including your telefono or your telephone, it don't work in Japan.
No.
So this girl is trying to talk to us, and she's a pretty girl, but her teeth were as brown as my hat. Oh my God, it was awful. She was so pretty, but then she smiled, and I was like, Is she eating caramel candies or something? They don't brush their damn teeth. Anyways, whatever. With that, she says
Yes.
one thing in Japanese, and the girl said something back to her, and it was like the Kentucky Derby. It was right.
There's no such thing as Kentucky Derby between me and that.
That you and that girl were talking up a storm, and then we couldn't get the There was a GPS in the car, but it was not English. It was in Japanese.
Japanese.
Hoi! Hiya! Hoyabaka! That thing. Do you remember that shit? It was crazy. And what? You think that's funny? But anyway.
Yeah, because the GPS stopped yelling.
It did. It yelled at you, and it wasn't even English. And for some reason, she couldn't understand what that thing was saying. And every once in a while, huh?
Well, once in a while.
I don't know what it said. It was just every once in a while.
Right, Migi Hidari. This is pretty much what it says. But when it's something with the toll,
Yeah.
then it starts to
Pay it now in Japanese. And I was like, God, are we gonna have to pay this toll twice? And there's tolls, trust me. But anyways, everywhere we went, she was talking Japanese to these people. It was like a light switch went on in her skull, and she's like, the one that got her the most was her friend, right? Your friend, when we went to your friend,
Abi, yes.
Ate Abi,
Yes.
because they would speak English, Tagalog, and Japanese all in one shot, and so were the other girls. What the hell were their names?
Lanny?
Lanny and them.
Ate
Oh my
Eileen,
God.
Ate Eileen, yeah.
They were speaking to Japanese.
Oh, Tim's back.
Yeah, he's back. So
The Japanese.
to Japanese. I mean, to English is Tagalog in English. To Japanese. Yeah, to Japanese. Tagalog, English, and Japanese. They were, and she was a little bit.
It's gonna be hard for somebody who's like an American and going to Japan if they don't have a little bit of knowledge of Japanese language. It's gonna be difficult because Japanese are very. Not a lot of them knows how to talk
No.
English.
English. Once you get outside the cities, they will not know English.
No.
They will not know English.
They were impressed to you though. When we went to that farm around the province, that I told them that we drove from Tokyo all the way to Hiroshima, and you drove it on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
And those farmers were like, "Oh, so barashi and nah." They're
See,
like,
here it comes.
they're like, very good. They're like impressed. They're very impressed that American, a new one, like first time in Japan, can do that.
I can drive
American.
anywhere.
So they're like very impressed with what you did.
I can drive anywhere. Right.
You just almost crashed us in England, right?
Yeah, England was a little tricky, but we were excited.
What's with the roundabout in England?
The who?
Roundabout?
Well, that's what confuses the crap out of me. Because roundabouts suck.
They do. They suck
do.
big time.
They do. But anyway. Well, we have made it back to the farm, so I guess.
I think we're done with your story.
I think we had a good talk. I think people will like these talks. 'Cause
I think they will probably be like, what the hell they're talking about? They're talking from one to the other.
we do. We talk a lot.
Are you going to get
That's
the
one
points?
thing. We actually have a really good talking relationship. Even though I don't understand a word she says half the time.
Yeah, I don't understand him either. So.
Yeah.
But he knows the word kabit, so he
Kabits.
would. Are you my good kabit?
You got a kabit? You are the kabit. She's my kabit.
It's funny. I said that to Dad. That one maybe he's in with kabit. He knows that word though. It's just nice.
Yeah, kabit.
Your father knows that word.
Kabits. Kabit is dangly things that hang on you, right?
Yes, Ching.
Technically a girl, kabit. So you have your wife and you have your kabit. I no gots no kabits.
You better not.
I could have 2 or 3.
You're gonna have Filipino haircut.
You know what a Filipino haircut is? That's what it is.